Yo, 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 yo. Salute, salute, salute. It's your boy Jay Jordan back again for another watch along. Well, this is the first one. I asked in the last stream when we were doing the draft lottery if people wanted me to cover some of Unrivaled, and people said yes. So here we are, Unrivaled, the first live stream on this channel for this new Unrivaled basketball league. The live basketball club selection. This is supposed to start in the next 8-ish minutes. I have the countdown at the top of the screen. Sonata Silencer, salute, was good on the Twitch. So we're gonna see what it is. I don't know what to expect. But we're gonna figure this out together. I will be piping in. I'm gonna try and show the YouTube live stream. I don't think I should get in trouble since they're putting it on YouTube as well. So we'll probably have the YouTube live stream on here as well. If I get a warning from YouTube, then we'll just go back to all reliable. But as you can see, I already started a poll. Salute to everybody here. Don't worry, this is also streamed on YouTube. The live stream for Unrivaled is supposed to be on their YouTube channel. I've been refreshing their page over and over, but I still see the same Brianna Stewart video that they released about a day ago. So don't worry, as soon as I get the notification, we'll go live with it on here. So we got about 7 minutes. Looking at the poll, it says, who do you think are the remaining 2 players? Because Unrivaled is supposed to be 36 players. They've only released 34 up to right now. So speculation is that it may be Caitlin Clark. It may be A'ja Wilson. We shall see. Tudo was good. Kaz was good. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. So right now I see some people say 42% say both A'ja and Caitlin will be the remaining 2 players. 30% say other. 15% say A'ja Wilson definitely. 10% say Caitlin Clark definitely out of the 20 votes. All right, since we have a little bit of time here for those who are new to Unrivaled like I was, I heard a little bit of things about it. I wasn't looking too deep into it, but I said let me do a deep dive before we start to get everybody on the same page. And let's take a look. So Unrivaled explained, this is a short synopsis that I gathered from the things they've released already. So it's a women's basketball league founded by Brianna Stewart of the New York Liberty. As you can see, I'm a Liberty fan, New York Liberty, and Nafisa Collier, who of the Minnesota Lynx, who we played in the WNBA finals. It's a full court 3-on-3 league, so it's not your typical 5-on-5 league like you see in the W. It's a 3-on-3 that will be played on a smaller court than what they usually play 5-on-5 with. So it will be full court 3-on-3 on a much smaller court. Okay, there's 36 WNBA players split up onto 6 teams. It was originally supposed to be 30 players, and about a month and a half ago, they stretched it to 36. So no complaints there for me. More players, more opportunities there. The season is 9 weeks long, starting on January 17th, including the playoffs. So 9 weeks long season. The top 4 teams make the playoffs in this league. All 36 initial players will receive equity in the league. So if all 36 players who are part of this season will receive shares, I guess, in the league, which is basically constructed as an alternative to them going overseas and playing during the WNBA offseason, which is one of the main reasons this league was founded. The start date, as I mentioned, January 17th, 2025. How to watch it. If you're in the USA, it'll be on TNT and True TV in the USA. And then you can also stream it on Max. So those are the ways to watch it in the USA. I'm not sure about international coverage, but that's the way to watch it here in the USA. Each team has a head coach and an assistant coach. They have already released those head coaches. One notable one that everyone familiar with the W would know is Teresa Weatherspoon. She is a coach. And the league's coaches came together to create fair teams. So the way it was explained is that the coaches were selected, all the players were laid out on the table. The coaches would work together to create fair and teams that they believe would be fair. And then on today, those coaches would find out which of these teams they would be coaching. So the coaches don't know what teams they're going to be coaching as of yet, or what players they're going to be coaching. They've just organized the players onto these different teams, and then they're going to be assigned what team they will be coaching for the new league. Another thing I don't have mentioned here, but at somewhere at the midway point of the Unrivaled season, they're going to have a one-on-one, 1v1 tournament to determine who's the best one-on-one player in the world or in the league. So that's a nice twist that they've added at the midway point of the Unrivaled season. So that's everything that I've gathered about Unrivaled. As I mentioned, they've only released, let me see if I can show you all the players they have released already. Oh, let's take that off. There we go. So that's all the players they've released already. So we have Stewie, Brianna Stewart, Nafisa Collier, Chelsea Gray, Arike Gumbawale, Jewel Lloyd, Kelsey Plum, Ryan Howard, Kalia Copper, Jackie Young, Angel Reese, Dearica Hamby, wow, Kayla McBride, Marina Mabry, Satu Sabli, Alicia Gray, Natasha Cloud, Skylar Diggins Smith, Rakia Jackson, Dejanay Carrington, Courtney Vandersloot, Brittany Sykes, Shakira Austin, Tiffany Hayes. We got Brittany Griner, Azare Stevens, Courtney Williams, Kate Martin, Aaliyah Edwards, Lexi Hull, Aaliyah Boston, Alyssa Thomas, Big Mama Steph, which is Steph Dolson, Ray Burrell, and Jordan Canada. So that's everybody who has been announced so far. Let me see if they still haven't put anything on the Unrivaled page. Okay. So that's everybody who's been released, and we have 2 empty spots here for those remaining 2 players, which I'm assuming will be released once this broadcast has started. Let's take a look at the teams themselves. So these are the teams, the 6 teams that have been created. So you have the Laces Basketball Club, start going from left to right. Laces Basketball Club, the Lunar Owls Basketball Club, the Mist Basketball Club, Rose Basketball Club, Phantom Basketball Club, and Vinyl Basketball Club. So those are the 6 teams that are a part of the Unrivaled League. Alrighty, so now that we've got a basic understanding of what is happening here, now we wait. We got about a minute. I'm gonna keep going back to their channel. Hopefully, if y'all see it on there, let me know. But I've been refreshing and doing some more refreshing, and I don't see anything as of yet. I'm on their Twitter page as well. They did say it was going to be from 11 to 11:22, 22 minutes. So that's why people were speculating anybody with the number 22 would be chosen. But I haven't seen anything to confirm that. But I'm going back and forth to make sure that I can see as soon as they release it. They said it's on their YouTube channel. They haven't released any really updates since they put it's the most wonderful time of the year on their Twitter page, about their X page, excuse me, about 22 minutes ago. So just waiting on updates there. Salutes everybody here watching in the chat. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe. I will be trying to cover as much Unrivaled as possible. So make sure you're subscribed so you get notified whenever I go live covering Unrivaled. It is now 11 a.m. here on the East Coast. I'm not seeing anything as of yet. If y'all see anything, y'all let me know. But I'm not seeing anything as of yet. Okay, it looks like they posted something on their YouTube page. Let me click on the YouTube page here. Yep, I just clicked on the YouTube page on my other computer. I don't see anything as of yet, so we shall wait. They just posted on their Twitter page. Tune in now. And they went on the YouTube and they posted the link to their YouTube account. Oh, here it is. All right, they got a 2-minute countdown. All right, y'all. Let me turn my volume down here. So we got 2 minutes. It's 7 p.m. in Kenya, still waiting. Don't worry, the broadcast just started. Let's go. All right. Hopefully, I'm gonna keep an eye on my YouTube account if they give me any issues. I'll have to switch off of it. I'll turn the audio on in a bit. Steph W, salute, salute, salute. Salute for the sub. All right, we are live, people. They're just playing like some like spooky Scooby Doo music in the background. Once they actually start, I'll turn it on. It's on YouTube. Bea Gulapa. It's on YouTube on the Unrivaled channel on YouTube. If you type in Unrivaled basketball, you'll see it there. But I'll be showing it here. We'll be able to talk through some of these things. Make sure you fill out that poll. Make sure you fill out the poll. I'm gonna turn the volume up a little bit just so y'all can. I think y'all can hear it actually. I don't have it muted. I just recognized. On YouTube, it's on YouTube, Jessica. It's on YouTube. Just type in Unrivaled basketball. It should pop up under their account. Oh, boo, you can. Oh, I thought it was like a premiere. Boo, they suck. I'm not scrolling. I'm gonna watch it like regular. I want to be surprised. Do not post any spoilers, please. If you've already seen it, please do not post any spoilers. Look under the Unrivaled page. All right, we're about to start. Hopefully you guys can hear this. I'll probably talk just to not get caught.
You got plenty of room?
Yeah, max timer, super
first
fake.
Of all, our first ever 6 head coaches. Can we give it up for this group?
How's the volume, guys? Let me know.
Incredible basketball minds all surrounding the table. We want you guys giving your hot takes, your picks, everything. Just kind of lay it all out there.
So these are all the coaches.
We're going to start with Pod E, right? So we felt like this pod was positionally based, kind of a cornerstone for a lot of teams.
You saw that lineup
easy
there.
To kind of build around there. So Aaliyah Boston will be on the Vinyl Basketball Club. Angel Reese will be on the Rose Basketball Club. Brianna Stewart will be on the Mist Basketball Club. Nafisa Collier will be on the Lunar Owls Basketball Club.
Of course, Nafisa and Brianna had to be on separate teams.
Will be on the Phantom Basketball Club, and Alyssa Thomas will be on the Laces.
Okay, so all forward centers were in that pod.
Just this Pod E, what
interesting.
Sticks out to you with this group?
There's a level of talent that
Teaspoon.
it's very difficult to find.
I love Teaspoon.
Versatility, they can play many different positions, step out and knock down the three. They can do many different things that the game has evolved.
Oh, by the way, I'm going to end this poll, guys.
So, I know there's only one player on each of these clubs, but right now, if there was a winner, who are you picking?
I'm saying the Mist.
Already.
Man picking the Mist because of Brianna Stewart. This man trying to keep his job. That's job security.
Defensively as well, jump out and switch. I think sets her apart.
DJ, is there a club already that you're fighting for?
Yes, I'm going with the Lunar Owls Basketball Club because of feasibility in the mid-post and 3-on-3.
Nah, this man going for job security too. This man said Nafisa.
So I'll talk to you about this, Angel Reese. What are your thoughts on her?
I use comparison of Moses Malone.
Phil Handy, salute Phil Handy.
She is such a physical presence in the paint. You know, obviously Teaspoon had a chance to coach her. She's not afraid to speak her mind, but I also believe that that's the way she plays the game too.
She wants to do even greater things on the floor, off the floor. She's giving of her time. She's giving of everything that she does. She's earning things by the way that she works. And I totally agree. She's relentless.
She sounds like she should be a part of Rose Basketball Club. I don't know what it is, but it sticks out. And a lot of the fans wanted to see Angel Reese on Rose Basketball
She's going to
Club.
say everything she does smells good, so why not? Why not?
Nola, I know you coached AT, so give me some thoughts about the Laces Basketball Club with her as a leader.
Refuses to be denied, so I would expect to see a lot of wins for the Laces.
She used to coach Alyssa. That's interesting. Not familiar with her.
And Adam, if you could fight for one basketball club, who you got?
Well, apparently I'm fighting a couple people at this table already. But I mean, I'm Lunar Owls, like Fee, her versatility in 3-on-3 I think is exceptional. I'm a
college ball, I have to talk through it. I don't know if you two gonna get me out of here.
I'm gonna leave it to you guys
Hey,
to
Diggin
hopefully
Smith,
build
Gray,
the rest of
Enrique,
these
Plum,
basketball
Jackie,
clubs with Pod A
Angela Lloyd.
and your selections and what you see fit.
What's so fascinating about that group is they're playmakers. So you have some really elite passers, and then you have some really scorers. So from the development guy in me is like, how do we
A little
help
louder?
these
Okay,
passers become
I'll bring it
better
up a little
scorers?
bit.
Making the right reads and plays, as we all understand that. So, and vice versa. So that group excites me.
I know I told you guys in the beginning, there are some things that we really want to make happen for the fans. And we're going to put Jewel Lloyd on the miss with Brianna Stewart. I'll go to
wow.
you,
So
Drew.
Jewel Lloyd and
You
Brianna
see
back
that
playing
duo
together from your
automatically. What are your
Seattle
thoughts?
Storm days.
Just an exciting duo, so I'm not surprised that the fans want to see it. Truthfully, I want to see it myself. So,
So, DJ, for you.
I'm just trying to figure out how to guard it in a 3-on-3 setting, especially those two in a two-man.
Call a timeout, DJ.
Yeah, right.
Skylar Diggins might be able to do the same thing for Aaliyah Boston.
I really believe that, to me, the
So
unrivaled,
Skylar Diggins and
yes, the
Aaliyah
competitive
Boston.
piece,
Okay.
but development and talent.
Yeah.
How do we help develop the talent? So I believe Chelsea, the point guard, like she would be a great piece for Angel to just help her on the court, become more dynamic in
Chelsea,
pick and roll,
Gray,
and just
Angel
develop
Reese
that
together.
relationship.
Angel needs that type of leadership. That's an incredible
That's a
leader
nice combo
in Chelsea
there.
Gray. Incredible leader.
Okay.
AT. So if we can pair her with Plum, who shot 37% this
agree.
year, I think from a standpoint of
Plum and Alyssa,
parity,
okay.
Yeah.
that'd make the most sense.
I agree.
AT can be a playmaker.
Yes,
She has
yes.
playmaker ability as well as Plum can now play the two as well. She can play off the ball as well as AT makes decisions because she can.
Two dogs. Then you go Enrique with Fee, and you go Jackie
Enrique
with
and Fee
Satu.
on the same team.
Enrique with Fee.
Okay.
Because there's history there with the UConn,
Yeah, so they're
the
not
Notre
talking about AB
Dame,
enough?
the game-winning shot
Definitely.
over Fee. I don't know if there's any beef, but I'm
Plum
sure
and
they would be
Alyssa
excited
Thomas.
to team up.
That
So
would be
looking at
interesting
this
one. I
board,
like that.
are we okay with this? Is there any debate here?
The only ones that I would, if I was to change, it would be Enrique and Skylar. Skylar and Fee, for me, I would love to see them play together because it's
Oh, so they
3-on-3 is look hard,
trade here.
and
So
there's going to
Enrique
be
goes
challenges
over
in
there,
every
Skylar
team.
goes to play
So
with
the challenge of
Nafisa.
trying to guard some speed from them two, be good. I love the challenge of Enrique and Aaliyah because, again, one of them is so strong on the perimeter, another one's so strong on the post, and it seems like it would be a little bit more well balanced.
This will help Enrique
I
become
understand
even
that.
a better
That's a good
leader.
point.
A better leader, even understanding why it's important to play alongside the players, why it's important to make that pass, why it's important to make everybody better. I think this would be growth for her as well.
This is where I think the bulk of our conversation is going to be, because this is, now we're building out the three pillars of these teams. And this is where a team really starts to take
that
an
was a good
identity
choice by-
with
good
kind of who
change by
that
them,
third
Enrique
third
and
piece
AB.
is that
Salute
Chloe's going to
everybody
speak
on the
about.
stream.
We look at Pod
Unrivaled.
C, right? We have
selection.
Alicia, Dejanay, Ka, Kayla, Marina, Ryan. What's the first thing that sticks out about this player pod?
I would say just, really dynamic wings. They all can shoot the ball really well. I think there's a level of physicality and toughness and grit to each of their games.
We're going with the theme of
let's see what they
relentless
do
and
here.
dogs. Then you got to put Kalia with Kelsey Plum and Alyssa Thomas. Unfair?
Wow, that's a nice team. Plum, Kalia, and Alyssa.
I think Rose
needs that.
needs a.
Not to say that Chelsea and Angel not dogs, but
They are.
she gives them another element of dog too.
Yeah, they're looking pretty good right now.
Chelsea, Kalia, and
If
Angel.
we put Ryan Howard with
I actually
Enrique
like that team.
and Boston, there goes another level of scoring for them.
Enrique, Ryan,
There's a lot of
and
fits that I can see where she would be, but at this point I would put her with Enrique and Boston.
Okay, let's go to Alicia Gray.
I would say to the Lunar Owls.
What y'all think about that?
I don't know if I want
This
two
is on
left-handers
YouTube.
on one
That's what I was
team.
going to say.
It's on
What
YouTube.
have
No.
you thought about that?
I actually, the first thing that came to my mind was Jackie and Satu.
You don't think
Skylar,
Jackie Young and
Alicia.
Alicia Gray are so similar?
There's two dogs on D right there.
similar in the
They are.
sense
No, very
of,
much. Very
right?
much. They're very much so. You know, again,
That's what
this.
I'm saying,
I was
give
just
her
saying that's
something
where my
different.
mind went, but
Right.
that doesn't
See
mean
how
that
that
that's,
fit
that
works.
that where it has to fit.
It's tough. It gives Lunar Owls something different. So they have a point guard. Now give them a wing, and then they have a dynamic.
Salute Jessica Allen
Forward.
for the follow. Salute.
This is a pod we'll probably spend the most time on too, so
Definitely.
that is okay. So let's go to Dejanay Carrington.
My first thought is surrounding
Nah, I
her with
feel you on
shooting.
that view.
You know, obviously a great wing defender, high-level competitor. I would say either the Mist or the Laces. Obviously open to discussion.
I like surrounding her with some veterans, some leadership. So like you were saying about, you know, her in the Mist, the development
Oh
piece
no, I like this team here.
on the court, off the
Jewel,
court, the mental
Dejanay,
piece.
She lacks no confidence.
Yeah.
No,
Dejanay,
no question.
Stewie all
Came
around.
to the Laces.
Like that.
And then Marina with Jackie Young and some too.
Kayla
When you
and
look
Alyssa,
at
so
all
you
of
got
these
the
basketball
three-point shooter to
clubs,
surround
does it
Elizabeth
still feel
as a
very
playmaker.
balanced?
Very balanced.
And Marina
If I have
Jackie.
any concern, it might be with Vinyl Basketball Club, just because
Nah,
it's
they doing a
two
pretty good
very
job of
ball-dominant
splitting this up,
guards
um,
in Enrique and Ryan.
Easily.
You know, I'm not sure what the
Sally,
group
salute for the
thinks,
sub.
but you're looking at like high usage, high volume shooter scorers. You know,
I think it's a great
You know?
opportunity for them high usage and high volume players to learn how
This is
to
the learning
share the
phase.
ball.
learn how to play with somebody else.
Okay, so let's move on to
Shoot,
Pod
Enrique
B.
might have to learn how to play
Teaspoon
with
for you,
somebody
what
else when
immediately
Paige
jumps
go
out
over
about
there
that?
to
If I
Dallas.
take one off the board, I'll take Natasha Cloud. And that's where I would give Vinyl their defender. I give Vinyl their leadership.
So you
I
get
give
Natasha
them
Cloud
Natasha
on
Cloud.
Vinyl
Let's move
go
on
with
to
the
then
scoring of
Brittany
Enrique
Sykes.
and Ryan.
I could see Slim
Playmaking ability.
being a good addition for the Lunar
defense.
Owls. You know, I think about, you know, obviously someone that I've coached the last few years, but an incredibly explosive athlete that could add a certain level of burst and athleticism
Brittany Sykes,
to an already
all-around
good
player
Lunar
here
Owls
to go
basketball
with
club.
Diggins
Okay,
Smith,
let's
Alicia
talk
Gray,
about Salute. Where do we see her?
I feel like it makes sense to put her with the Mist right there, missing a point guard, a true point guard.
Snooty to go.
Two really good
Man, they just
wings,
trying to get
and then
everybody
Brianna
to play
Stewart.
together before Sloot.
She's still one of the best
To
at
go with
manipulating ball
Jewel
screens.
Lloyd,
Yeah.
Stewie, and
Gets
Dejanay,
exactly
I
where
guess
you
she
want
is
to go
the
under.
point
She's
guard.
able to like.
To
She's
get
Some
everyone-
re-screen,
Yeah,
all
she's
that kind of stuff.
crafty.
Basically.
Yeah, fun to watch.
Okay, let's move on to Courtney Williams in Pod B. Where do we see her?
She transitioned from the mentality of a two guard to a one. That's not an easy thing to do. And then when you step and you start to bring your team along, being that playmaker
Courtney
necessary to get
Williams,
everybody involved,
Plum,
and
McBride, and
that's Courtney
AT.
Williams.
Also teams up McBride and
Alyssa
Court, who are
Thompson,
also
Courtney
together.
played together
Do we
before.
look at maybe Natasha Cloud with the Rose?
She's used to playing 35, 36 minutes a night. She'll be good for that. Only thing is, obviously, Tosh and Ka play together, but I don't think we're going to be able to avoid that.
Her and
Oh, so they put
Sykes?
Natasha
That's what
on
I
the
was
road.
thinking. I was thinking switch her and Sykes.
goes to
Sykes can
Rose,
play on the
Natasha
ball.
comes down.
And Jordan Canada
Then
with
it's Skylar
Vinyl.
Diggins Smith
That
and
would leave
Lisa.
Tiffany with Jackie. I mean, I know
No,
they play
Jordan
together.
Canada
I
with
think that looks
Enrique
even
and
better.
Ryan.
Let's move on to Pod
Man, they're
F.
doing a lot of
I would say,
substitutions. RC, salute.
you know,
Let's go, bro.
athletic bigs that can handle the ball and push the break. Obviously, you know, Hamby, Shakira, who I coach, Azare is more than capable of it.
Sydney
Aaliyah
Mason, this
Edwards
is
has
horrible
shown a
channel.
lot of
I'm
growth
sorry
in
you
that
feel
area as
way.
well.
If you want to watch it, it's on their
Just dynamic
Unrivaled
bigs,
channel.
and then you know, BG and Steph. You know, people don't think of
I'm
BG
going
as
to
a
talk
shooter,
over
but
it
she,
to give
you know,
opinions
shot
and see
probably
what
about
people's
38,
opinions are.
40% maybe on the year. Obviously a low clip. So just dynamic bigs.
Let's start with De'Erica. Which club should we place her with?
She's a mover. She plays with pace, smart,
Yeah.
just understands how to play in and out of screens, just getting up and down the floor. So I would put her with the Vinyl.
Okay, let's move on to BG. Looking at these teams, which club should we place her with?
Maybe Phantom to give them a true post presence in case
That's what I
Sue
was
wants to
thinking, too.
play
I was about to
wants
look
to play
again,
out
so
in the
no.
perimeter.
Perfect.
Right? That's,
Granted, that is true. Phantom doesn't really have a big
I would just
post
say give them
presence.
some physicality.
Yeah,
I mean, not that they don't have.
That's
You
a
have
tough
Jackie
team.
Young, really physical, but Brittany Griner, obviously, the
squad.
probably most physical outside of Aaliyah Boston. So,
Let's go with Aaliyah Edwards. Where should we place her?
One of the hardest workers on the board, honestly. You know, I'd look at maybe a big that's already established in the league, Obviously, the UConn connection with Stewie and Fee appeals to me. I think pairing Aaliyah with one of those two would be really good for her growth.
Given that to like the leadership between on the Mist, Jewel Lloyd, Courtney Vandersloot, Brianna Stewart, like that would be a great fit for a young player who needs, you know, some guidance, and I think it would be a great 10 weeks for her.
Yes.
Let's go to Azare Stevens.
Azare, obviously, she can stretch the floor, shoots the three really well.
I think, you know, Angel and Z being
I didn't know it was gonna be
is a good one too.
So.
Yeah, 3-on-3 is different. You know, I think a lot of these ladies are going to get a chance to maybe showcase skills that they probably don't get to showcase on their teams, and they might surprise a lot of people in the sense of saying, I didn't know she could do that.
So I will speak on Pod D in the wild card. This isn't a content play that we're going to pull out December 15th and be like, guess what, Laces? You guys get, XYZ player, right? We're going to try to fill those spots with the best players that we can. Basically, it's going to lead to two teams having an ability to go sign someone. So they still have a chance to be really, really good players, but those players are not signed yet. And can go kind of either way. Someone's got to start recruiting, basically.
Right. So given those last few thoughts, let's start with Rakia Jackson. Which basketball club should we place her in?
Rakia is, I think she has the highest floor. She can compete with the big dogs, right?
Rakia with the vinyl, Lexi with the laces.
So what I love about Lexi is, I think this is like a normal team, right? Like at a certain point, you need players that can fill a role for a team. And like, so now someone's going to get a shooter.
All that aside, she also led the league in three-point percentage. Yeah. You know, so you're getting an elite shooter, and then give the wild card to the Phantom.
The only other thing I would change is I would look at moving Rakia to the Mist so she can kind of learn underneath Stewie, and then I would look at moving Ray Burrell up to the Vinyl Basketball Club. I think she completes that team.
Ray Burrell, really good two-way player. She'll go out there and play extremely hard for you. Very young, but hungry, but just overall a pretty versatile player.
Okay, let's move on to Kate Martin.
Role player, understands.
Great team.
You know, competitor. Big time. She gonna
fan favorite. We became in that run. The Harrington family fell in love with that whole Iowa team. Yeah. She was one of the big reasons.
I would be okay with her either on Lunar Owls or Phantom BC.
Well, I guess it kind of goes back to what Luke said about the wild cards. Like, who are the two teams that we think really could? To Phil's point, they all should be able to survive. But
this is where it currently sits, so I think there's a few tweaks that could be made.
All right, so that's done. Let's see what happens next year.
All right, y'all, it's about that time. So we gave you guys 30 minutes. Were there any changes to the basketball clubs?
We have all spoken, and we decided Kate Martin to the Laces Basketball Club.
Kate Martin to the Laces. Wow. Okay, I'm interested to see. Are there any more adjustments, changes, shifts?
Kate Martin to the Laces.
We shifted Lexi Hall to the Rose Basketball Club.
Lexi Hall to the Rose Basketball Club. Wow. Okay. Anything else?
Last thing, the wild card is now going to the Lunar Owls Basketball Club.
Okay. Anything else?
Madison, they have
no. So we're good with these basketball clubs. If you were assigned to any of them, you guys would be happy?
We're good.
That's correct.
Definitely.
Okay.
I took a screenshot of that so we could take a look at it afterwards. All right, now we find out who coaches these teams.
I just wanted to start by congratulating you again for being the inaugural head coaches of this amazing league, and wanted to get it underway. I know you guys are all super excited to see who you're going to be coaching this season. So to start, Teaspoon, please stand up. You will be the head coach of the Vinyl Basketball Club.
All right, so Teaspoon coaches Vinyl.
Is it twisted?
Here you are.
I love hats. Thank you.
Yeah, T.
Yeah, they are making this so dramatic.
Good on me. Look out, Vinyl, baby.
Yeah. Let's take a look at these teams afterwards.
All right, next up, we got Nola. This season, you will be the head coach of Rose Basketball Club.
Okay, so she's the coach of Rose.
Try it on.
You look good. Okay, Nola. Congrats, coach. Good job.
All right, Phil, we got you next.
Yeah, Phil.
You will be the head coach of Miss Basketball Club.
Ooh, let it rain, baby. Let it rain. We talk about this. Let it rain.
This is nice. I like the production that they got
you're up,
going
man.
on here.
For this season, you will be the head coach of Lunar Owls Basketball Club.
Let's go.
There it is.
Adam, you want to do that again?
Hey, Adam's crying right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You all right, Adam?
Don't look good.
To round out the evening, Andrew, Adam,
All right, man.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so the final two coaches here.
the head coach of Phantom Basketball Club, Adam. Head coach of the Laces Basketball Club, Andrew.
There you go.
Looks good, y'all.
Yep. Thank you. There you go, man.
Come on now.
Coaches.
Coach.
I tell you what, y'all in trouble.
Good, man.
She said, of course.
From a coaching philosophy, my goal for the next 10 weeks with these women is to primarily focus on having the best possible off-season.
The Vinyl Basketball Club, we have a lot of talent, a lot of bucket getters. So we're looking forward to the competition. We're looking forward to getting started.
Super excited. We're going to play fast, play a really good style of offense, fun, free-flowing, and really challenge them to really get better at the things that they need to work on.
I would say my coaching style is definitely a player's coach. Definitely want to build relationships with the players. That way, when it's time to hold them accountable, they'll understand that it's coming from a good place.
I'm really excited to play fast, play together, and then defensively really get after it.
I'm not going to give away too many secrets, but one, you're going to see a really, really organized team. We're going to play hard. We're going to play fast. What I love about the whole concept is just giving these ladies an opportunity to kind of do some things that they probably normally don't do. But more than anything, we're going to compete.
All right, I think that might be it. And that's it. All right, y'all. So we got it. Let me see if I can get let me mute this now. We don't need to hear whatever I'm listening to here. Let me get the actual teams up. I did take a quick screenshot. I didn't get to do the substitutions. Let me see if they have it on their YouTube channel, if they posted it already, because I do want to take a longer look at these teams. And of course, they have not posted the teams on their YouTube channel yet. I guess they're giving everybody a chance to. Let me go on the website, see if they released it on their website. Teams, Laces. No, they haven't even put it on the website yet either. But I will pull up the screenshot I did take. Hopefully you got. I'm gonna zoom in so we could take a look. Probably a little blurry. I tried to take a quick screenshot when they were showing stuff. Hopefully you guys can see that. Yeah, Maria. So those other two players are wild cards. So I don't know if that means that they're in case somebody gets hurt, then they have two extra players, or in case somebody wants to join late, they'll add them. I'm not sure exactly what that means. They didn't really say. They just said wild card, but we'll keep a look. We'll see what they decided there. So for Vinyl, they have Enrique Gumbawale, Ryan Howard, Aaliyah Boston, Jordan Canada, Ray Burrell, Dearica Hamby. Did they make any substitutions on that on that team? I don't know if this screenshot is the updated screenshot that they had, because this was right before they said if anybody wants to make any substitutions. I thought they would show the final team one more time, but they didn't actually. So, RC, I know. I thought they would release 2 final players today, but apparently not. I think somebody on social media, I guess clipped up the teams. Let me see if these are the same ones I have. Yeah, this looks like the same that I have here. Just trying to verify, guys. Thanks for tuning in to watching this with me. I just want to make sure that we have everything correct. Nafisa, Skylar, Natasha, Alicia, Shakira. Yeah, that looks about right. Lexi went to Rose instead of a wild card. This is right. All right, cool. Thank you, 215KC. Salute. Perfect. All right, so we got on Team Vinyl. We got Enrique, Ryan, Aaliyah Boston, Jordan Canada, Ray Burrell, and De'Erica Hamby on Team Vinyl. What are your thoughts on this team? This is What do y'all think about this team? Enrique and Ryan are scorers. Ray Burrell likes to score. She could play defense as well. She's a 3-and-D sort of player. De'Erica Hamby gives them some all-around interior presence, rebounding. Aaliyah Boston the same. Jordan Canada, the playmaker. She can score, and she's probably going to be the one organizing everyone. 215KC says you can't slide Asia or CC as a wild card. Yeah, I mean, at this point, I thought it was going to be like a grand finale announcement. I didn't know they were going to do it like a wild card sort of thing. Madison says stacked. Yeah, they have a lot of scoring on that team, I will say, for Team Vinyl. Maria says Lexi should be Vinyl. Brian says if Caitlin hasn't announced she is playing by now, she ain't playing. Yeah, I guess it was just wishful thinking to see if they were going to do some grand announcement at the end, but it didn't pan out that way. But that team is okay. Christine said Clark already said she's not playing. Oh, okay. I didn't see that news like officially reported. I seen people speculating, so that's good to know. Rose Basketball Club, we have Chelsea Gray, Kalia Copper, Angel Reese, Brittany Sykes, Lexi Hull, and Azare Stevens. So you have Chelsea Gray, who's going to be the playmaker, Kalia Copper, a scorer. Salute Anna for the sub. Angel Reese as an interior presence, rebounding, and around the rim presence. Brittany Sykes, defense, can score from all 3 levels. Lexi Hull, a 3-and-D player. Azare Stevens, a tall body, can shoot threes, can grab rebounds. So that's an interesting combo there. Let me zoom in some more so we can see. There we go. What do y'all think about Team Rose? RC says this is why we need to be fans. A lot more players than we're not stumbling around disappointment. Yeah, that's true. But people want to see who they want to see. I understand. What y'all think about Team Rose? I think they're okay. I think they're an okay team. Pretty balanced. I think where they will struggle is consistent 3-point shooting. Kalia can shoot threes, but she's not a 3-point shooter. Same thing with Sykes. Lexi Hull is probably the only dead-eye 3-point shooter on the team. But it's a pretty balanced squad. Scrolling down to Team Mist, we have Jewel Lloyd, Dejanay Carrington, Brianna Stewart, Courtney Vandersloot, Rakia Jackson, and Aaliyah Edwards. Excuse me. So we have 2 rookies from last year with Rakia and Aaliyah. Rakia and Aaliyah can both learn from Stewie. Brianna and Aaliyah have the UConn connection. Jewel Lloyd has the connection with Stewie from playing with her in Seattle when they won championships. Courtney Vandersloot just won a championship with Brianna Stewart. So Stewie is the connecting piece between majority of 3 of these players here. It will be pretty balanced. You have Jewel Lloyd, who's a scorer, Dejanay, who's a really good defender, aggressive player. Brianna Stewart all around. Courtney Vandersloot getting those passes off. Rakia Jackson, becoming a prolific scorer as she showed in the latter half of the W season. Aaliyah Edwards can really play in that mid-range to inside game. Very mobile as a big. So I like that Miss team. They may have just tried to keep job security, trying to make sure Stewie's team is nice. RC says, Jay, how you felt about Vandersloot playing? I mean, if she, I think she's gonna be determined to prove something. She probably feels a way that she didn't play a lot in the finals. But listen, this is a much smaller court, not as much up and down, 3-on-3. She's gonna have to play defense though, depending on what guard they put her on. Donovan said, now this is a team I'm interested to see in the Miss because a lot of them are one-on-one players. Yeah, Jewel one-on-one. No, Jewel's one-on-one. Stewie, I mean, she's become more one-on-one in this point. I mean, I shouldn't say she's become, but she likes to play one-on-one. Dejanay, Sluty, Rakia, I guess you could say Rakia's a one-on-one player, and Aaliyah. So it's pretty balanced in that regard. Pretty balanced. RC says Kate Martin and Lexi Hill need more sharpening than Caitlin does. Oh, of course. Yeah, this is definitely at first glance the front runner for me. Yeah, because I think I would have liked to see Sloot on Stewie on different teams. Maria says Stewie didn't want Caitlin because she didn't win a championship, so she doesn't. Nah, come on now. Come on. I don't agree. I don't think that's true. But I think the Mist at first glance looking like a front running team, like as a leader team, definitely a team to make the playoffs in my opinion. Remember, top 4 teams out of the 6 make the playoffs, so I think they could be a lock. The Lunar Owls with Skylar Diggins Smith, Alicia Gray, Nafisa Collier, Natasha Cloud. They have the wild card as well, and Shakira Austin. So at first glance, they have 2 point guards, Skylar and Natasha. You have Alicia Gray, as y'all probably saw during the W season, won the 3-point contest and the skills challenge, so she's a very good all-around player. You have Nafisa, of course, we've seen what Nafisa could do. All 3 levels, defense, can do it all. And Shakira Austin, the thing about Shakira is health. She struggled a lot throughout the season staying healthy, dealing with a hip injury. So hopefully she's healthy enough to play this season, but she's a very good interior presence, very good on defense. Can score around the basket. So it'll be good for her to learn from Nafisa a bit. In that to refining her offensive game. You have 2 veteran point guards in Skylar and Natasha. So this is a pretty veteran-laden team. There were no rookies from last year on this team. What are y'all thoughts? No, Stewie didn't say that, Maria. She didn't say she didn't want her on Unrivaled because she didn't win a championship. There's a bunch of players here that didn't win a championship. All right. RC said Cloud Fee Shakira signing you up. You liking this team? Cloud Fee Shakira. That's a very defensive minded team, I will say. Very defensive minded team. Well, they will struggle they have Alicia and Nafisa who can shoot threes. They're not. Alicia's probably the better 3-point shooter in terms of the amount of attempts she takes and makes. Natasha, when she gets hot, she can shoot threes. Skylar, and in this point in time, her 3-point shot isn't the most reliable. So, well, we see. Donovan says, I'm excited for this team because they are potentially one of the most balanced teams, and Shakira looked good in the 3-on-3 camp. I forgot Shakira did play was at the 3-on-3 camp, so she's familiar with this style. But remember, this 3-on-3 is full court, not half court, so the rules are going to be a little bit different. Quantre says that wild card might change the game. Yeah, it possibly could. So TBD on that wild card. Is Alicia totally healthy? I believe so. Was there a report that she was hurt? I don't think she got hurt at the end of the season. At least when they played the Liberty in the playoffs. Cloud could cook on ISO. Yeah, I know that all too well. When she played my Liberty, remember when she had almost 40 on us in that game last year in the playoffs when we played them. Contrae says she's healthy. So yeah, Alicia Gray is healthy. So there should be no worries there. But this is a balanced team. Defensively, they'll be excellent. Offensively, I think they'll be able to survive with Nafisa and Alicia and Natasha being able to get downhill. So this is a team to be on the lookout for. That wild card also changes things a bit as well. Okay, let's continue down the list. Team Phantom, we have Jackie Young, Marina Mabry, Satu Sabali, Tiffany Hayes, the wild card, and Brittany Griner. Looking at this team, we have Jackie Young, Jackie and Marina off rip. You have two aces on this team, I should say. So Jackie and Tiffany. Tiffany more offensive minded. She did win 6th Woman of the Year. Jackie Young all around, can score from all levels. She was a little banged up towards the end of the season, so hopefully by January she'll be healthy and ready to go, looking like the Jackie of old. Contrae saying Phantom is stacked. You got Marina, who's a flat out scorer. She's torched my team plenty of times. Satu, hopefully she's healthy and ready to go. Can do it all, score from all levels, play make, and Brittany Griner, they're big that they sort of needed. Brittany mismatch nightmare down in the post between 10 feet and in to the basket. So they have their interior and they have their 3-point shooting. So this team, I think so far, 3-point shooting wise, is the most prolific here with Jackie, Marina, Satu, and Tip. And then they have their interior presence with Brittany. The wild card will be interesting to see who they get in that wild card spot. I'm seeing a lot of people saying Phantom. Phantom looks really, really good. Kim says she'll get behind the Phantom. Okay. Seeing a lot of Phantom love here in the chat. So Phantom is a team to be on the lookout for. I think they'll do really well. I can see this team as currently constructed in the playoffs as well. I think the only thing to think of with these teams is chemistry. How these teams can play off of each other. These players, besides like Jackie and Tiffany on this team, haven't played together as much or recently. So learning how to play, I guess that's up to the coaches to determine and figure out how to effectively get everybody to be on the same page there. So it'll be something good to be on the lookout for. But I like this Phantom team so far. I'm going to give a ranking after we do this last team. The team at the bottom, the Laces, they have Kelsey Plum, Kayla McBride, Alyssa Thomas, Courtney Williams, Kate Martin, and Steph Dolson. All right, so we have Kelsey Plum, who's a 3-point shooter who can get to the basket. Kayla McBride, 3-point dead eye, could get to the basket as well, like she did to my Liberty in the finals. Alyssa Thomas is the engine. I know a lot of people struggled with that hint when they released it. They were looking at the Lambo and confused. But Alyssa Thomas, not really. Outside is not her game. She's more into the basket, using her strength to get into the interior and score or make passes out to her teammates. Courtney Williams, mid-range assassin, can get to the basket as well. Kate Martin, she'll be a good defensive player, can hit threes. And Steph Dolson was probably second in the league in 3-point percentage from that that forward center position. Very can get hot from 3. Quantre says Caitlin Clark, you are a Phantom. That's hilarious. RC says, Jay, this all feels so new. Unrivaled. It's learning a brand new job without pay. Yeah, I'm excited to see how it plays out as well. 215 Casey, Steph is gonna show up with the 3-on-3 gold medal around her neck. Listen, this is full court 3-on-3, even though it's on a smaller court, but it's still full court. Let's see if Steph can keep up. If teams try to speed up the pace, hopefully Steph can keep up. Jawan Holly says Jackie and Marina have played together at Notre Dame, correct? And Marina played with Satu when she was in Dallas. Did Marina play with Satu? Yeah, she might have caught the beginning of Satu. But, players have changed. Skill sets have changed. Notre Dame, with them playing together, was eons ago. Their games have sort of changed. So, it might take just a tiny... It might be a little easier since you have played, but it's not going to be the easiest. That's a good point, Jawan. Unrivaled not made for AT's game, but hey, I could be wrong. Listen, you never know. You never know. Jay Lex, you couldn't understand AT's hint. Yeah, a lot of people were struggling with that one. And the Alicia Gray one when they had the South Carolina and the Bird's Nest or something like that. But this team, it's balanced. I will say it is balanced in the 3-point shooting range. Defensive wise, you have Alyssa Thomas and Kayla McBride. Kate Martin, I guess, fringe defensive threat. But then you do have 3-point shooting. I guess Kelsey Plum and Kayla McBride. Courtney Williams in the mid-range will have to do a bulk of the scoring, and Stephanie Dolson will do the rebounding and these pick and pop threes. Lisa Lopez, good point. 3 gold medalists on one team. Yeah, that's true. That is true. I don't know. Oh, and Jackie and Marina played in the Australia League together. Yeah. Oh, so they have a lot of experience together. So those two may have an easier transition, but everyone else, it's gonna take a little bit. J Lex says, who you thinking for the wild cards? That's the thing. That is the thing. I know rumors where they were holding out for Caitlin, but I've seen in the chat, I don't know if it's confirmed or not that Caitlin is not doing it. So listen, I don't know. I didn't know Ray Burrell and what are the last people they did? They had Ray Burrell and somebody in Jordan Canada. Those were the players farthest from my mind for players 33 and 34. So for 35 and 36, it could be anybody's guess, really. There's a ton more players in the W that they could choose from. I know some of the players you can eliminate are those who've already accepted to play in Athletes Unlimited. I think Unrivaled already stole about 2 or 3, probably 4 players from Athletes Unlimited last year. I know Natasha Cloud, Lexi Hull, Ray Burrell, and I think one more player that I'm missing played in Athletes Unlimited last year that is now in Unrivaled. But RC, they haven't really explained what the Unrivaled the wild card position is. They have not really set who that is. I'm looking on their page here, or looking if somebody can tweet it out, but I haven't seen anything. Kim says, I thought Sabrina might play, but she's injured. Yeah, she's probably resting up that thumb or finger that she sprained or tore something in during the finals. RC says 35. Liz Cambage 36. Yo, come on, man. Don't even put that into the atmosphere. You're trying to get this league out of here before it even starts. Liz Cambage and Diana Taurasi is crazy. Donovan says the only person I can think of as a wild card will be NECA. Oh, that's a good shout. NECA Gumake. I could see her fitting. Where would she go though? Because the way they split these teams up. Man, that's interesting. Where would she go? Where would she go? J Lex said never would have thought of Ray or Jordan amazing. Yeah, definitely. Like when I saw I didn't see the hint. I saw the result after, and I was like, oh, okay, Ray and Jordan. I was like, yeah, Jordan's a champion. Jordan is I think she was the 6th woman of the year last year, or most improved last year. Couture, salute for the sub. Salute. Brandy says Maya Moore. Imagine Maya out of retirement to playing Unrivaled. That would be crazy. I mean, if anybody could do it, it'd be the Yukon cohort there in Fee and Stewie. I wouldn't put money on it, but that would be a definite wild card, like the literal definition of a wild card. With Maya Moore. Listen, imagine if they bring back a player that has recently retired or something. Haley Jones should be here. Haley, I think did Haley go overseas, or is she playing in Athletes Unlimited? I'm not too sure. But Haley, I need Haley to improve her game a little bit more. I haven't seen too much improvement. Any Atlanta Dream fans in here can correct me if I'm wrong, but I haven't seen too much improvement. She's not a coach, so what would she do? What we talking about, Brandy? She's not a coach. Man said Paige Beckers. Get out of here, man. Paige probably be in it next year because I don't think this is not a permanent roster. I think they're gonna refresh the roster probably every season. But I just know the initial players here get equity in the league. Let me see if I'm gonna get the coaches up as well. I just downloaded that picture. Let me make sure it's the right thing. Bear with me as there we go. Cool. So these are the coaches. So everybody forgot. Oh, Marie, that's a good shout there. Tina Charles. Tina still balling. So that would be an interesting shout there. Tina Charles, Queens legend. Salute, Tina. Liberty legend as well. So these are the coaches. Phil Handy coaching The Mist. Teresa Weatherspoon coaching Vinyl. Let me move I'm gonna block myself out so I can do it side by side and see how this looks. Move you over. There we go. So I can see the coaches. So Phil Handy coaching the Mist with Stewie and Jewel. You have Teresa coaching Vinyl with Enrique and Ryan. You have Nola coaching Rose with Chelsea Gray and Angel Reese in them. You got Adam Harrington coaching Phantom. Not too familiar with Adam's game. DJ Sackman, I've seen this name before. He's coaching the Lunar Owls. And Andrew Wade, not familiar with his game, coaching Laces. This is interesting. I'm only familiar with Phil, Teresa, and a little bit of Nola. I've heard Nola before. The other three I'm not too familiar. I've heard DJ Sackman before. But it'll be interesting. RC said, Jay, is the league gonna be similar to Cube's Big Three? I don't believe so. Because it's full. Cube's Big Three is half court. This is gonna be full court. They haven't released too many of the other rules as of yet. So it's yet to be determined there. Charlie says Candace Parker, she understands the assignment. Oh, Candace probably got a lot of other things going on. She's not like the head of the division for sneakers or something at Adidas now. So she probably super busy, still doing some commentating work as well. Kathy says, salute Kathy for joining. I think the 2 wildcards have to be guards based on the other players selected. That's a good shout there. Good point. Donovan says, so Tina and NECA seem like some good players, and I would put Tina on the Owls and NECA on the Phantoms. Tina on the Owls and NECA on the Phantom. Now, Phantom with neck would be crazier. Jawan says Angel McCautry. That's a callback there. Dewana Bonner, Erica Wheeler, Katie. Man, get Katie Lou off that list, please. Katie got to go home and be a family woman and take care of her baby. Get Katie off that list. She need the rest and recovery. Erica Wheeler. Okay, Dewana Bonner. Maybe. And Angel McCautry. That dude looked like a bootleg JJ Redick. Come on, RC. Jay Ali said, I'm surprised there's no Dewana Bonner since AT is in. Maybe she could be a wild card. Brandy Joseph said they're gonna have Kate and Caitlin reunite. Where's Kate? Nah, then that means they're gonna have to sub somebody off Laces to put the wild card on that team. I'm seeing the Allie Quigley shout. I saw Allie a lot of the Liberty games, of course. Married to Courtney Vandersloot, just looking like a regular person, like people just walking by. I'm like, oh, that's Allie right there. Man said Erica Wheeler. Come on, put some respect on Erica Wheeler, bro. What's good with you, man? Put some respect on Erica Wheeler. Game on the line, who I'm giving the ball to. Nah, sarcasm, y'all. Sarcasm. Cool long salute for joining. He says NECA and Sab are the wild cards. I don't think Sab will play. Tracy said the wild card thing is stupid. Yeah, the wild card thing caught me off guard. I'm not gonna lie. I thought since they didn't release it yesterday and they didn't release it this morning, I was like, maybe they're just gonna do this big reveal and release who the final 2 players are. But as you can see, that was not the case. I thought they were gonna have like a literal like premiere video, not a video where you can fast forward to the end to see who's on the teams. I think the person who uploaded it uploaded, if you're familiar with uploading on YouTube, you can upload things as pre-recorded videos as a premiere, which will start, it'll have a countdown and then start at the set time. They probably tried to do that, hit the wrong button, and it was too late by then. So it is what it is. The top rows are the assumed starting lineups, Quantre. The coaches may decide to do something different, but I'm assuming that the top rows would be the starting lineups, but coaches can probably switch that up depending on who fits better. Maria said, glad Caitlin passed. Okay. Brandy said the wild card should be needed for injuries, but then every team would have one in that case. That's the thing with the wild card. If every team had one, I'd be like, okay, it's probably an injury thing, but since only 2 teams have them, it's tough. AJ and Sabrina. I think AJ said she's gonna the season was a lot. So she's probably gonna decompress. Same for Sabrina. Sabrina doesn't usually do anything in the off season basketball wise, like playing overseas or doing anything else in that regard. So I wouldn't expect Sabrina to join either. Salute to everybody still here. Make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe. I will be covering more Unrivaled stuff. I won't be doing as many watch-alongs as I do for the W, because I think from the schedule I saw, a lot of their games are Friday, Saturday, and then Monday. The weekends are a little busy, so I'll probably be doing a lot of the Monday games, but Friday, Saturdays are tough for me. So appreciate you guys still all tuned in. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe. Appreciate all the support. Shirley said maybe JJ from the Liberties, one of the wild cards. JJ over there back in the Bahamas enjoying life. Back home in the Bahamas, enjoying her MVP and championship. Delayed but not denied. Leo back in Germany. Wrong comment. Leo back in Germany, Kim. I follow Leo on social media, on Instagram. Leo in Germany. I think that she's probably going to be doing things with the I think she's going to be playing in Spain for a little bit, back at one of her teams that she played with overseas. So I don't expect to see Leo. But Nigel's going to be resting her knee because she was just getting shots in the knee during the playoffs just to be able to get out there. Odyssey Sims. Odyssey Sims is a Athletes Unlimited staple, so I expect Odyssey to probably go back to AU. Jalen Sherrod doing a lot of 3-on-3 work. I think she did post a picture at the 3-on-3 camp, so she's trying to get on that team, the USA 3-on-3 team. Man said JC Sheldon, get out of here, RC. I think JC is doing like assistant coach work at Ohio State. She's doing something back at Ohio State. JC is, so probably not for JC. At least that's what I saw that she was doing. Yeah, but looking at these teams, guys, it looks pretty balanced so far. Not a lot of questions, but there's some questions that I still need answered in that regard, in terms of the wild card stuff. But as of now, January 17th is the date that I think I have here. January 17th is when Unrivaled season starts. Okay, so on their website, they actually did release they finally like put the people in onto the individual teams. They put them in. All right. Yeah, so everything is accurate here. So I'm interested to see how this pans out. We still have some time. We'll see if they release any more news in between now and start date. Like I mentioned, for those of us in the USA, these games will be on TNT/True TV. The TNT True TV are under the same umbrella, and then they'll be streamed on Max. It's not HBO Max anymore, right? It's just Max now. They'll be streamed there as well. Kim saying go Phantom. RC says Jace have missed Unrivaled opportunity for Diamond Miller big time. If I speak about Diamond, I'm in big trouble. I'm gonna leave that alone. Maria says Caitlin doesn't need the hate. She's getting the love now, and she must feel great. Cool. Phantom with Jalen Sherrod is a championship team. Damn, they're putting is Jalen Sherrod the thing that puts them over the top? That's interesting. That is interesting. If Jalen Sherrod is the missing piece for fandom, I already think they're pretty good. Sandra, salute to Sandra. Caitlin didn't make up her mind yet. Paige already committed next year. I know Nafisa's husband, who's a part of this league or part of behind the scenes, he did say whenever Caitlin wants to join, the door is open. So I guess they're leaving the door open for Paige. Definitely, you know, they would not let Paige not have an option to join this team. But I like how they did it. I wish they would have done the what you call it differently, so everybody finds out the same time, meaning like with the video, but they just released a regular video at 11 a.m. and then people didn't really watch the process and scrolled all the way to the end to find out who's on the team. But it's a new league. You live and you learn. It'll probably be much different next year. Next year it might even be on TV. They might do it how they did the draft lottery and have a 30-minute segment on TNT, and release the players that way. I guess next season we'll see who stays and who goes, who retires, who doesn't retire, and we'll see how this season goes. But it's good that the ladies are getting an opportunity to stay stateside, have equity in the league that current players have actually developed. From everything I've seen, I saw pictures or renders of the space that they're going to be playing in. It's not an official basketball like stadium. It's a space created. They're going to install the courts, the hoops. They're going to have all the necessary facilities for the players to get a workout in, for practice, for recovery, for training. So it's really not just my team versus your team. It's for us to get better here stateside, where we can have access to our families, don't have to worry about anything going on overseas. We can get equity in this league. We can get some more money because the salaries are going to be higher apparently than their WNBA contracts, and maybe something that could definitely be an option for more and more of the top WNBA players or top players in the league to come over and play for about 9 weeks and make a good sum of money and get their skills better. So I like the idea. I'm yet to see how it goes into execution, but I'm hoping all the best for them, and I hope that everyone is able to tune in for these games, especially at that part of the year. I know it's college football playoffs are pretty much done. It's the middle of the NBA season. I know college basketball is still going on. I know it's NFL playoffs and stuff. So they tried, guys. They tried to avoid. I know a lot of people complain about the W doing things on Sundays, but this league, they tried to avoid Sundays. They have Friday, Saturday, and Mondays. I saw maybe 1 or 2 Tuesdays in there later on in the season. I think I saw one Sunday, probably Sundays after the Super Bowl maybe. But they tried to avoid any conflicts there. So hopefully it does pan out in the end for them. Yeah, RC says they're going for ambience. Yeah, I think the space is a 850 seater, so it's mainly made as a made-for-TV production. They're gonna have tickets for at least for that little bit of atmosphere, but they're selling it mainly as a TV production as opposed to an event that you need to be at in person, or everybody needs to be at in person. So TNT is pretty good. They do good with the NBA in their broadcasting, so I'm looking forward to see how they spice up the Unrivaled league when it finally starts. Kim says the wild card is the true fandom for that team. I see what you did there. Yeah, RC, the game schedule is out, guys. It is on their website. If you go to the Unrivaled basketball website, you will be able to see the schedule. I don't know if they've put the actual they have. Oh, now that they've updated the teams, now you can see what teams are playing on what days. Let me see if I could post this in the chat for you guys to access, if my computer would let me get over there. No, it won't. Okay, computer being a little stupid right now, but if you go to unrivaled.basketball, and then at the top of the screen you can go to schedules. It'll allow you to get on over there. Yeah, my computer acting a little dumb. I can't get to my streaming. Oh, I could post it here. Duh. Post that here. I'll post it in the chat. If you guys want to go to that link, you can actually access the schedule. January 17th. We have some interesting matchups. Let me see if I could take a picture of the first couple weeks here, and we could take a look since we're already here. I'll do the first 3 weeks. I mean, we're still so far out. I'll do the first 3 weeks here. Give me a moment as I get that up for us. I'm going to see if I can zoom in as much as possible. Let me get rid of all this other stuff. And that. There we go. Let's see if I can get as much up as possible. All right, cool. Excuse me, guys, my bad. So week 1, Friday, January 17th, as I said, all games will be streamed on Max. So you can see game 1 will be the Mist versus the Lunar Owls. So Mist versus Lunar Owls for game 1 at 7 p.m. on TNT. And at 8:15, that same night, it'll be the Rose versus the Vinyl. Rose versus Vinyl. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit more. A little small there. There we go. Cool. So you can see that now. Hope you guys can see that. So Rose versus Vinyl. So there'll be it looks like it's 2 games a day. Two games a day. Yeah, so TNT, True TV, and HBO Max. Yeah, RC. That looks like what they've been saying. So you could see at right beside the time, under the times of the games, you got TNT on the Friday, True TV on the Saturday, and then TNT on the Monday. So that's looks like how they're doing it. So that's week 1, and then on Saturday you have Phantom versus Laces, and then what's that? The Lunar Owls versus Rose, and then on the Monday you have Vinyl versus Phantom, and then Laces versus Mist. So you have 2 games a day for 3 days. So all the teams get to play. Maria says it's like a reality TV production. It will all be recorded during practices. That's why they're getting paid more. You will get to know the players better. That's a great point. It's not gonna be like some of these other reality shows where players are living in the same house or under the same, like in the same house where you got players living right next door to each other. I know a lot of people were confused about that when he was going, Fee's husband was going over it during like a talk, but it will be showing like behind the scenes of the players practicing, probably doing like some deep dives into their life or why they chose Unrivaled or what they expect from Unrivaled, things like that, just to get to know the players better. So that's a great point, Maria. Week 2, you can see more of the same. So every day that they play is going to be 2 games per day. So TNT, True TV, and if you into the streaming, they said all games will be on HBO Max. Well, it's not HBO Max, it's just Max now. So TNT, True TV, and Max. Let me scroll down, see if I see any more. I think when I was looking earlier, I didn't really see any more channels. I didn't see anything about like TBS or anything like that. So that looks like all. Let me see if I could find that one-on-one tournament that I was telling you. Oh, that's week 4. Do I have week 4? Did I take a screenshot of week 4? No, I didn't. Let me take a screenshot of week 4 for y'all so y'all can see this one-on-one tournament that they were talking about here. RC says, Jay, who would you have ever thought would be working just to pay for it? Yeah, bro. That's the way of the world now. Just sports subscription after sports subscription. It's crazy. It's like, bro, I gotta work just to afford to watch sports now. It's super insane. So week 4. Sorry, I'm cutting myself off, but y'all get the vibes. Week 4. You could see on Monday, February 10th. There's a one-on-one tournament at 7 p.m. on Monday, February 10th, and then on Thursday, February 13th at 6:30. I guess that's another round of the 1v1 tournament. They haven't released information I haven't seen on what determines who makes the one-on-one tournament if everybody participates. But I'm assuming this Friday at 7:30 will be the final of the one-on-one tournament, because that's the last day I see for it on the schedule here. Yep, that's the last day I see. So on Friday, February 14th will be the final, I guess, to determine who's the best one-on-one player in the world, or however they decide to label it as. And then I don't have it here, but the season will end on Monday, March 17th. That will be the finals at 7:30 on Monday, March 17th. Yeah, so that is that. Maria says the uniforms will be cool. I can't wait. Yeah, it will be interesting to see. I know they're probably definitely going to be pushing that merch. So definitely check out their pages, because you know they're definitely going to be pushing merch here. Let me see if they released any already. Nah, I don't see nothing here. They haven't released any merch yet, but be on the lookout for that. Stay tuned. I know they have a newsletter, so if you're really into it, make sure you subscribe to that newsletter. They've already released like hoodies and t-shirts already. Let's see, a $40 t-shirt, a $70 hoodie. And they have all the teams here, so definitely go to their website and take a look. Janet says, sad, kind of a joke. All the hype and they don't disclose the other two. Obviously, they don't have any other players interested, or why wouldn't they announce them? Yeah, I mean that's a fair point. That is a fair point. RC says they don't have a playoff type format. Yeah, their playoff format is round robin. So typical to they probably do the same 1-8 to not 1-8, but it's 6 teams. 1 plays 4, 2 plays 3. I'm assuming that's what the playoff format will end up being. 1 versus 4, 2 versus 3, and then they go from there. And then we'll see who is the champion on that day in March. All right, guys. Wow, I actually streamed a little longer than I expected, but salute to everybody who stuck around. We peaked at a good amount. About 400 or 500 people were in here at one point to watch the reveal through, even though it wasn't what we expected, meaning like a premiere, like a live premiere. It was more like a video that just released at 11, and then we just watched through it. Just so that's why I stayed away from social media, so I wasn't skewed on or I wasn't disappointed or not surprised when they released who the teams were. RC says, quick question, Jay, do they have Unrivaled player cartoon drawing hoodies? No, I just see some hoodies with like the regular logo on it, but they do look pretty solid there. Look pretty solid on the site. Quantre, salute, bro. Appreciate it. Salute. Thanks for the sub, my friend. I will be back, guys. December 7th, whenever the expansion draft lottery is probably the next time I'll do a live stream. I think that's the first Friday in December. Let me pull up my calendar here. Let me see before I'm giving the wrong date. December 6th, excuse me. December 6th of 2025 is when the wnba has their expansion draft. That's when we find out when the Golden State Valkyries, who they decide to choose in that expansion draft. So make sure you're subscribed so you get notified whenever I'm about to go live on that. I'll probably get on a little bit before and talk about some of the WNBA news that has come out so far. We found out yesterday that LA Sparks hired their new coach. So that's another team that has filled their coaching position, still waiting on a few others. So during that time, that's about 2 weeks, a little over 2 weeks from now, we'll be talking about all of that in the lead up to seeing who the Golden State Valkyries choose in the expansion draft. As always, appreciate you guys for joining. Thanks for the new subs, the old subs. Salute to all y'all. Join the Discord. Link is in the description. Also, URLs at the bottom right of the screen. I post whenever news from the WNBA comes out. I post in there before I go live, because I don't go live as often since there's not as many WNBA games anymore. Follow the Instagram. Follow the TikTok. And I'm gonna make a separate section in the Discord for Unrivaled talk, so it doesn't get confused with the WNBA news that's yet to come out. I see a lot of people still upset this was a joke. Yeah, I mean, I could see why you would feel that way. But we'll see who those other 2 players are whenever they decide to release them, if they release them, if that's their goal. All right, guys, enjoy the rest of your, what's today? Today's Wednesday. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. I'm going to go enjoy the rest of mine. Wherever you are in the world, appreciate you. Remember, leave a like on the stream. Subscribe if you're new here. Salute.